Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn a new poem. The name of the poem is How to Tell Wild Animals. So, this poem is composed by Caroline Wells. So, let's come and let's learn how to tell wild animals. Children, we will go through the poem first by reciting it, and then we'll go on for a summary, and then we'll go through stanza with explanation. So, how to tell wild animals. This humorous poem suggests some dangerous ways to identify wild animals. Read it aloud, keep to a strong and regular rhythm. So, in the beginning itself, we have indication that what is there in the poem. It suggests some dangerous ways to identify wild animals. How to identify wild animals, and we have to read it loud with proper regular rhythm. So, let us begin. If ever you should go by chance to jungle in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Once again, if ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you, with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he hits you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to the sun. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is papered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain, he will only leap and leap again. This is the third stanza. Next, if when you are walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. This was the fourth stanza. Fifth one. Though distinguished beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyenas thus. Hyenas come with merry smiling, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. And last stanza. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. So children, you have to recite the poem as it is recited here. Some glossaries is given here, some words and their meanings are given. For example, ground means background, discern means make out or identify, hide means animal skin. Here paper means covered with spots. Caress means a gentle, loving touch. Novice means someone new to a job. And non-plus means usually only in the passive voice, puzzled, confused, or surprised. So, such is the poem composed by Caroline Wells. Now we'll move forward. 10th standard poem, poem number 4, How to Tell Wild Animals. We'll come to know about the poet first. Caroline Wells, 1862 to 1942, was an American writer who was famous for books based on mystery. So Caroline Wells was famous for books of mystery. Her famous works are At the Sign of the Sphinx, The Jingle Book, The Story of Betty. These are some of the books she has written. So this is we have to understand here that she was very famous for writing mystery books. Now, introduction of the poem How to Tell Wild Animals. In the poem, the poet has explained the characteristics of various wild animals in a very funny way. In an amazing way, poetess has explained the various characteristics, traits of many animals, and especially those are wild animals. She has used language in a way that it generates humor. And really, when we recited the poem, that time we came to know that somewhere it is comic. She has used language in a way that it generates humor. She is introducing the reader to various kinds of wild animals like Asian lion, Bengal tiger, bear, etc., explaining each of the animals in a very humorous way. So we have some animals name here: Asian lion, Bengal tiger, bear, etc. And she has tried that all the animals have their way, and she has explained it in a very humorous manner. So this is the summary of the poem How to Tell the Wild Animals. I will read it out, you will have to listen it carefully. The poet is describing. See, we can say poet or poetess, both the words are correct. If there is a woman, then we can say poetess. Even poet is appropriate and correct. So don't bother about it. The poet is describing the various wild animals. These animals are very dangerous, and she has introduced them one by one in a very funny way. First of all, she tells us about the Asian lion. She says that if you are visiting the jungles of the east and there you see an animal which has tawny skin and he roars so loudly that you will die out of fear, this means that you have seen an Asian lion. Next, next in the line is the Bengal tiger that she has explained to be a royal animal that at once attacks and kills a man. She says by adding humor that if this beautiful black striped animal kills you and eats you, then you have surely met a Bengal tiger. After this, she says that if the reader met an animal that has black spotted skin and it at once jumps on him, then it means that the reader has met leopard. Moreover, she says that if one will carry out in pain, it may be of no use as the leopard will not stop attacking him. Then she moves on to the bear that she says will hug you very tightly. This is the way to recognize a bear, as it kills a person by hugging him very tightly. So, she says that the bear will continue to hug us tightly, and that is the only way to recognize him. After this, she asks a question to the readers that do they know how to recognize beasts that hunt their prey? Here she explains about hyenas, which she thinks have a smiling face, and the crocodiles that have tears in their eyes. This can be seen when they are killing their prey. The last one in the list is the chameleon. She says that it is a lizard-like creature which doesn't have ears and wings just like a lizard. Only this can help you differentiate between a lizard and chameleon. She further says that the chameleon has a quality of changing its color according to the color of the surface. So, to explain this, she says that if the reader looks at the tree and if he can only see the tree, this means that there is a chameleon sitting on it which has already turned its color to brown just like the branch of the tree. So this was a summary of the poem, children. We'll go standardized explanation also, but you have to go through this summary so that you can have proper idea that what is the poem about and what we are going to learn in the poem. So this is standardized explanation. We'll understand it. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Tawny, here yellowish brown color, the color of lion. The poet is telling the readers that how they can recognize various animals in the jungles of the eastern part of the earth. So in the first stanza, she says that if the reader comes across an animal whose skin is yellowish brown in the color, and if it roars at him so strongly that he can die out of fear, it means that he has encountered an Asian lion. She has humorously explained the Asian lion which could kill a person with its roar. So, in the first stanza, what poet says that when we go to the jungle of the east, and if we come to know yellowish brown colored animal and it roars strongly, And if with its roar, if we die out of fear, it means we have met to Asian lion. And in this way, poetess has explained this stanza very well. We'll move to the next stanza. Or if sometime when roaming around, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger is to discern. Now, noble means high born, aristocratic, belonging to aristocratic family, and discern means recognize. This is the second stanza. We know the meaning of it. The poet explains an animal that roams in the jungle and belongs to a royal clan. Clan means family. Here again. The color of its skin is yellowish with black stripes. She says that if you notice that he kills you and eats you up, then this means that you have surely seen a Bengal tiger. This time also she has used dark humor to explain how a tiger looks like because once a person has been eaten up by a wild animal, there is no use in determining which wild animal it is. Now this is very important that she explains an animal which roams in the jungle and belongs to the royal family. The color of its skin is yellowish and black stripes, and when that animal sees you, it will kill you and eat you up. Then this means that you have to understand it. It is a Bengal tiger. But problem is that any wild animal that sees you can attack you and eat you up. But here the poetess has used a dark humor to explain how tiger looks like because once a person has been eaten up by a wild animal, there is no use of determining which animal has eaten or which animal was it. Next, if strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is leopard. It will do no good to roar with pain, he will only leap and leap again. We know that leopard has a quality of jumping high, so it is very important, we should know. A leopard has the highest speed, the maximum speed of running. I don't know exactly, but I knew that leopard can run more faster than lion or any other animal. So, strolling. Here, the meaning of strolling is walking casually. Forth, forward. Hide means skin of animal. Papered means here it means the spots. And left means lift. Jump towards someone. Let's go through the explanation. The poet says that if you are casually walking in a jungle, you will meet an animal who has a skin with spots on it. That time, this animal is so fast that it will leap on you at once, which means that it will jump on you. This jumping is an indication that it is none other than the leopard. Moreover, she adds that if you will cry out in pain, it is not going to be of any use as it will keep on jumping on you. So, in this stanza, the poet has explained the characteristics of a leopard. So, what poet says? If you are walking in the jungle casually and if you meet an animal whose skin has spots on it, you have to understand it. It is a leopard, and this animal is so fast that it can leap at you at once and can kill you. This jumping indicates that it is none other than leopard. Moreover, if that this animal has attacked you and there will be no use you can do because this animal will not let you do anything else. Next stanza. If when you are walking around your yard, if when you are walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very very hard, but sure it is a bear. If you have any doubt, I guess he will give you just one more caress. Here yard means backyard, then caress means a gentle touch. Explanation of this stanza. If you are walking in the lawn area of your house and you meet a creature which hugs you tightly, it means you have met to a bear. What happens when bear comes? If you are walking in the lawn area of your house and you meet a creature which hugs you tightly, it is a bear. Bears hold us tightly or any animal tightly. She further adds that if you are still in doubt regarding the animal, the easiest way is that he will keep hugging and touching you very gently. This act of his will make you sure about its identity. You will come to know that it is a bear. See, two things are mentioned here. If we walk in the lawn and we meet a creature which hugs us tightly, we have to understand that it is a bear. And even still, if you are unable to understand this creature by this, poets also say that that creature keeps you hugging and touching every time gently. At that time, you can understand that this is a bear. Though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Here, the meaning distinguish means differentiate. Beast of prey means any animals that hunts other animals for food. Novice means unexperienced, someone new to a job, and nonplus means confused. Let us understand the explanation. The poet says that for someone who is new to the job of recognizing animals, it will be like a puzzle to recognize animals that hunt other animals for their food. See, if we have to recognize the animals, what we have to do? We have to know about its color and its way of hunting, everything. So here the poet tries to help out the readers by telling difference between two animals. He says, she says that hyenas will be smiling, whereas if it is a crocodile, it is always in tears. We know that hyenas always show that they are smiling, but they never smile. And if we talk about crocodile, crocodile always tears. It is always in tears, not tears. It is always in tears. Both of these animals are dangerous. See, hyenas are also dangerous. They live in a group, and crocodile. We are quite aware about crocodiles. Crocodiles are also dangerous. Crocodiles tears. There is one. I don't remember it properly. Anyway, both of these animals are dangerous. Both of these animals are wild animals and they are dangerous. Hyenas, smiling animal but dangerous, and even crocodile is a very dangerous animal. The poetess says that for someone who is new to the job of recognizing animals, it will be like puzzle to recognize animals that hunt other animals for their food. So here the poetess tries to help out the readers by telling the difference between two animals. She says that hyenas will be smiling, whereas if it is a crocodile, it is always in tears. Both of these animals are dangerous. Next, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it is chameleon you see. And this is very clear that chameleon change its color according to the color of tree or whatever stem. It tries to save itself. The poetess says that the next is chameleon, which is a small creature. It looks like a lizard, but the difference between the two is that chameleon does not have ears and wings. See, there is the same lizard and chameleon are of the same family. There is a bit difference, and that difference is that chameleon is a small creature, lizard is also a small creature. It looks like lizard, but the difference between the two is chameleon does not have ears and wings. And even lizard does not have ears and wings, but still there might be some difference between them. Moreover, she says that chameleon has the ability to change its color according to the surface on which it is sitting. See, this is Uh, all the known fact that chameleon changes its color according to the surface or the branch or the stem, and lizard cannot do so. This is the biggest difference between two animals, chameleon and lizard. Therefore, if you see a tree and find nothing else on it, and certainly sometimes when we are moving in the garden and if we see a tree, we even don't come to know that there is a chameleon, then it must be a chameleon sitting on it. It has changed its color into the color of a tree, and chameleon changes its color to save itself from the um, what predators. It has changed its color into the color of a tree. This is the last stanza, I hope. So, children, such is the explanation of the poem, and poem is very humorous and very easy to understand. And I don't think that after giving everything, every explanation, stanza wise and summary, you will face any problem. Go through the poem once again at home, read it honestly, and go through the explanation also so that you can have complete understanding of the poem. Okay, children. Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day.